We are live. New England Cigar Militia live. Sorry for the half-hour delay. Unfortunately, it was raining. I had to run, go to the next location. So without further ado, we have the Sisters of the Leaf, Elegant Plume, Jolene, Cigar, Rella Jolene, and Cigar Baker. Unfortunately, some other people couldn't make it. They had prior things that they had to attend to. So without further ado, I'm going to bring the ladies in for this episode of New England Cigar Militia Live. Hey, we finally made it.
Hey!
How you ladies doing today?
Great.
Awesome. How are you?
Living.
Let me tell you, that intro was everything.
Yes. I feel like a superstar right now.
Yeah. That intro, like I tell everybody, like if I say something real shitty, I just play the intro and it gets me out of it. So that's why I got the intro, if you know what I'm saying. So how's everybody doing? What's everybody smoking?
I am smoking Crux, Bull, and Bear.
Oh, never seen that one.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Got an old
I am smoking
one shot, one kill.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, yes. With Edgar. That's one of my favorites.
I heard that was a really amazing stick. I've never tried that.
Oh, my gosh.
I never tried either one of those. And what are you smoking, Baker?
I am smoking, this is a Leah 750 from Tesoro Tobacco. Louis and Michael from Miami. This is their line. It is a great stick, and it's one of my favorites.
So I got 3 cigars I need to try.
Oh, yes, you do. And if you go to Tesoro Tobacco, use code CGBK, and you'll get a discount.
Nice.
Oh, fancy. Discount life. I need a discount.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm smoking
so
that.
make sure you tell your followers to use CGBK when they go to Tesoro Tobacco.
I'll make sure I put it in the little thing in the bottom here.
Awesome. Yes.
After the show's over. So you could get some great cigars, which
yes. You can get a bundle. You can get a bundle of 20 for $100. But if you use the discount, it'll be less than that.
That's cheap. That's not bad at all.
Exactly, and they're great everyday smokes. My shameless plug. I'm sorry, y'all.
Do your thing.
Hey, listen, you're smoking it, so it's not, you know what I mean? Like,
I am.
You're lying and you're saying, it's a great cigar, but you ain't smoking it. You're smoking it.
I am smoking it. I love it.
But I'm glad to have y'all. Unfortunately, we had a couple of people that couldn't make it to the show. I hope all is well with them. They had prior things that they had to attend to. We have a bunch of people that are already in here. Kevin Gorbliss. Hey, brother. Tyler Garcia. What's up, Kamish? Don't know who Seth Up is, but Kevin Gold's in here, Rockefeller Cigars.
Hi, guys.
The Bakersfield
Hi,
gentleman.
everybody.
Hi. Thanks for joining.
He said that cigar that you are smoking, Elegant Plume, that
what's up, Frankie?
is great. So the reason why I wanted to bring this together and I wanted to do this, I wouldn't say on a regular basis because, I want to make sure you guys have enough time to prepare what you guys want to get across, is because I've met Elegant Plume, I've met Jolene, kinda, and I've talked to Cigar Baker, and I love the female cigar community, and I didn't see much of it when I started my group. So when I started New England Cigar Militia, it was like 99.99% guys and no females. And I was like, I kind of didn't like it. I'm like, like I see females all the time smoking cigars. Like, you don't see 100 at a cigar bar, but like, you see 2 or 3 that like are dedicated females who smoke cigars, and nobody ever says anything about the female cigar community. So I feel like we needed to bring some light to the cigar community in a different way, because I mean, I see a lot of people have their little herbs, but I've smoked with y'all. I went to the smoke in dinner, and Jolene was across from me. I didn't even know who she was. She didn't know who I was, which is
I don't know who I am either.
amazing. And then and then Elegant Plume shut it down with me. We end up drinking like 7,000 screwball
Right.
liquors that I never drank before.
That was a fun night.
So in the future, I look forward to smoking something with Cigar Baker.
Oh yeah.
Which will be amazing. That if we could all get together. I don't know what that was, but I just posted it by accident.
Okay.
So we got a few more people that joined in. So where is everybody from? What's your home cigar bar y'all smoke at? And what made y'all smoke? Go one by one. Whoever wants to talk first. What bring y'all to the cigar industry?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
I'm in Maryland. I started smoking cigars about 6 years ago. Actually, my first cigar was 8 years ago. I was introduced to a cigar, and it was a flavored cigar of cloves. And I hate cloves. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting. This is nasty. I can't do this. And then 2 years later, I was at the Tinderbox in Waldorf, and I was talking to one of the guys there, and he kept asking me all these questions that had nothing to do with smoking cigars. And then he goes into the humidor and he brings out a cigar, which was, I think it was the Baccarat at the time. And I was hooked after that. Not really been one for the flavored cigars. After that, I started doing the Connecticut's, the mild ones, and then I got really sick, and then I couldn't smoke for like a year. But once I got better, my palate totally changed. Like, I don't like Connecticut's and milds anymore. I'm more of a full body girl, so I like the Maduros, the medium fulls. That's just me. The only Connecticut's that I love are the K by Karen and the Cubanicon Connecticut, because they don't smoke like Connecticut's to me. They smoke like a really good medium. So I've been told by a few people, oh, I got to introduce you to some more. I always look forward to smoking different sticks. I'm not one that'll be like, oh, I don't want to try that unless it's a flavored one. I'm just not into flavored. And my thing is, if that's you, do you, boo. The one thing I love about this is that everybody's palate is different. And I respect everybody's palate. I mean, not everybody can handle a full body cigar. Not everybody can handle a medium cigar. And if the flavored thing is your way to go, thumbs up, So no judgment here at all.
Which I agree. I agree totally with that. Who's next?
Okay, so I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been smoking for about 5 years now. My first cigar was an Acid Blondie. A friend of mine who owns a lounge in Maryland actually introduced me to it. I was hesitant at first because I never smoked anything before that. And I thought I had to inhale it. So when she told me that I didn't have to inhale it, that I was like, okay, I'm willing to try it. And then after that, I was hooked. I probably went through the entire Acid line and went through all the yummy bitches. Now we got Leather Rose. I won't be trying Persephone because I am now, my palate won't allow me, as you were just saying, and my palate won't allow me to do infused cigars, except for one exception, Macanudo coffee. I can definitely have that as a morning coffee. A morning cigar with coffee. I think those pair very well for me. A good way to start off the day. And so I would say it took me about a year for my palate to develop to full body. And as far as home lounges, I like to float. I like to float within my state. I like to float outside of my state. I don't really have a home lounge. I like to, support as many places as I can. So I don't have a particular home lounge at this time. So
I totally get that.
yeah. Did you want me to go into background, or are we just doing light intros?
Well, I mean, we'll talk about that. You know, it's
Okay.
like I said, we're here to have fun. You know, we're here to talk about whatever we're going to talk about. There's no, this is no pre-recorded. You know, we didn't sit down for 2 days and discuss what we were going to discuss because I mean, it's boring that way. It's just not the way I am. You know. So Jolene, what about you?
So I live in very rural Florida. There are no cigar lounges in my county, period. None.
Wow.
So my closest cigar lounge is about 45 minutes away, and it's Roz's Cigar Shop, Roz's Cigar Emporium to be exact. And it is a great shop. It's the headquarters for Cigars for Warriors, where they package and ship out all the cigars. And it's a very boutique-focused cigar lounge, which I love. I also have a she shed on my property,
which is awesome.
It is my cigar lounge on my property.
It is awesome.
I got into the cigar industry. I do air conditioning for a living, so it's a very male-run industry. And when I would go to conference, nobody knew me. At that time, I was a young girl. I'm old now, but
girl, stop.
Nobody knew me. That was back before I was all wrinkled up. And at the end of the day, all the guys would get together and they'd smoke cigars. And I'm like, well, I want to be one of the guys. I want to be one of the higher ups. So I got a cigar and I sat down and started smoking with them. And at the next conference, I sat on 3 committees and I taught classes at conference just because I sat down and smoked a cigar with them. And it just kind of stuck. So the cigars stuck. The conferences didn't. I quit going to conference. I kept the cigars.
I don't blame you.
I don't have a home lounge either. But when I was hitting the lounges, I hit all of them.
The boutique cigars, so I'm always looking for lounges that carry, not just your legacy brands, but all the boutiques as well.
Right. Yeah.
You can find some real gems in the boutiques, definitely. Like Tesoro Tobacco.
Yeah, I don't have a home lounge either. I mean, actually, where I am right now is the 908 Cigar Bar, which is technically my home lounge. But they don't sell cigars. It's actually Elks Club. And we have a beautiful cigar bar in here, which is kind of under construction right now, so that's why I'm in this corner. But I got my own locker, which is right down there, my little favorite spot. I think it's to the max right now. That's the only thing that happened good about COVID-19 was my locker is full to the max.
Oh, I bet.
I was like, buy. What am I doing? Buy again? I'm like, why am I still buying? I already have enough cigars. Let me buy some more.
Is the double. I spent so much money within like 10 minutes. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh my god! Then you wake up, you look at your
your bank statement.
Bank statement. You're just like, how do I get out of this? Is there any way to get a discount?
Yes, you go to Tesoro Tobacco.
Oh man, yeah, that's the reason why. I mean, listen, when I went to that smoke-in event, I usually don't talk about how crazy I get sometimes, but yeah, it was probably close to $1,000 worth of Padron that weekend.
Wow.
It was.
I have to say, I was lucky enough to be a recipient of one of them. My friend took me into the humidor. He was like, "Come in here with me," and blessed me with a beautiful Padron.
Yeah, if I gotta smoke a Padron, you gotta smoke a Padron.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Like the Oprah. Everybody Padrons.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of us there at that event, which was pretty amazing. There was like 10 of us there after that at that little party after.
Yeah. So anyone who's watching, make sure that you guys check that out next time they have it. Hopefully they'll have it for 2021. The Great Smoke, right? Great Smoke is the name of it. Yeah. So
Where is it?
shout out to Abe. It's in what city is it?
It's in West Palm.
West Palm.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
That's
it was awesome. The whole thing was awesome.
First time I was there, and I loved it. We'll definitely be back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not even. That's like, already on the calendar.
It's like my biggest heartbreak of the whole COVID-19 is all my cigar events got canceled this year. All of them. The Barn Smoker, La Zona Palooza, the Great Smoke slid in just before it all started.
That was like a blessing in disguise after now, like, because literally, like, I came back and they were like, oh, yeah, you know, at work, they were like, oh, yeah, we might be experiencing this thing called COVID-19. And, you know, we kind of like chuckled about it because we didn't know, you know, how serious it was.
Right.
And 4 days later, it was major serious out here.
Right.
Like, and I was just like, oh my God, like, what's going on?
Scary times for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, so I hope we have that event again. I mean, Baker's the only one that didn't get to go there, so we're gonna have to force Baker to go now.
Yes. Yep.
And she drives her car, so like, you know, how many cigars?
Actually, no, I'm actually I pulled over. I'm in the parking lot because the internet kept going in and out. So I was like, you know what? Let me just pull over where I got service, and now I've got my undivided attention.
Now, what we do when we do driving, right? Is how many cigars will it take you to get to West Palm Beach?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Because you got to make sure you have that plus the ride back, plus the time there.
Yeah, that's a lot for me.
You better use that coupon code.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I hope the cigar events come back. How's everybody been holding up, you know, since we don't really have events? I mean, I've seen Elegant Plume go to some little things, you know, but like I haven't seen anything else much other than that.
Yeah, I've done, like I said, and I've gotten some heat over it, but I really don't care. I'm gonna live my life, and I'm gonna do it, you know, with some caution. But yeah, I've been traveling. I have been to Georgia. Jolene just said I've been to Tampa during this whole COVID thing, and what I'm finding that a lot of lounges are adjusting to COVID. You know, obviously you can't have your mask on when you're in the lounge, but a lot of the seats are far enough apart where you're not all up on each other. What I found that a lot of cigar lounges, they have an assistant to come into the humidor with you, so you kind of point out which one you want. And so they pick it up for you and take it. You know, you go ahead and purchase it. Hand sanitizers everywhere in the lounges. And then when you get up, I've seen people, like other patrons, get up and then they have an attendant come up there and wipe the seat down and everything. So, you know, I feel comfortable in cigar lounges that I've been into anyway. So it's not a huge concern for me.
Here in Maryland, most of the lounges, you can smoke outside. I personally just don't.
Skirting of the law, and I'm kind of thankful for it. If they sell soda, they could stay open, because then they were seen more as convenience store and not just tobacco. So there, for a while there, they had limited number of people that could go in the lounge, but nobody was really enforcing it. So for the most part, the lounges here in Florida have kind of been business as usual, with the exception of if they're in a city municipality like downtown Orlando. Corona, their downtown store, I believe, had to be completely shut down because there was a city ordinance that made them do so.
Yeah, it's tough to survive right now. What were you saying, Baker?
I was saying that here in Maryland, a few of the lounges actually have outdoor seating. So they encourage people to sit outside to smoke. I myself just don't feel comfortable being inside of a lounge right now. I know that, and I've seen they have signs up. they won't allow but a certain number of people in the humidor. So when you go in, sometimes there's a line waiting to get inside the humidor. And if you're not smoking in the lounge, you have to wear your mask. Of course, you take it off, once you start smoking and stuff. So I tend to just smoke on my deck or in the car. It's, with this thing, it's everybody's level, of comfort. So
yeah,
that's my whole thing. And I'm high risk, so I have to be very careful who I'm around and things of that nature. I have seen pictures of people not social distancing and this, that, and the other, and I'm just like, it just kind of it just makes me feel some kind of way. But to each his own. As long as everybody feels comfortable, that's up to them.
definitely agree.
Hey, Erica. My girlfriend just joined.
A lot.
Damn, yeah.
I'm not always in the lounges. You will often see posts of me saying I'm in my personal mobile lounge. I will be smoking in my car a lot or on my patio. So I don't always have to be in a lounge. Sometimes I feel very social and I just kind of want to get out and see other people.
Yeah, that's the one thing I think I miss the most.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to call anybody out, but right now it looks like Jonelle would probably have the absolute best place to do social distancing to smoke. I think you could fit 9,342 people there at the same time, and they'll be 6 feet apart.
Yes. 5 acres, and I've got 10 acres behind me. And I'm sorry, for whatever reason, I lost Nikki's sound feed. So when she's talking, I can't hear her. I didn't realize she was talking. I didn't mean to talk over top of you.
No, it's okay. Can you hear me now? Okay.
No,
She can hear you.
That's weird. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine. I hear you totally fine.
Yeah,
let me
else can hear you. It's just me.
Let me remove you real quick, but keep staying in the potty. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Let me see if I could just put you back in. Boop. All right. Boop. Now what about now?
Can you hear me now, Jolene?
No, I don't think she can.
And she froze. No.
Now she froze.
Take her out and put her back in and see if that works. Can you hear me now, Jolene?
Can you hear her, Jolene?
No.
I still can't hear her, but it's okay. I'll just watch for her mouth.
Right?
Of her.
Y'all just gonna have to have. You're just gonna have to have sign language. We're gonna do sign language.
Sign language.
Jolene, if there's a zombie outbreak, I'm coming to your house. So make room for me.
Exactly.
Yes. We have all the provisions. We've got cigars, we've got liquor, we've got guns.
Oh yeah, that's all I need.
Hey, that's all you need. And I'll bake for everybody.
Nice.
So have y'all made the best of your summer for the most part?
For the most part. As long as I can, be with the ones that I love, see them every once in a while, I'm okay. But before COVID, like, I wasn't really, out there like that anyway. So I was kind of, like I said, I'm, either on my deck or my boyfriend's deck, and that was just us. So it was funny because we were on the deck smoking a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Babe, everybody's tripping about this, but this is what we normally do anyway." So it wasn't like a big thing for us.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, this which is kind of funny. I've been smoking for a few years now. I've been smoking 26, so I've been smoking since I was about 9 years. But this year was the first year I started going to cigar events, and I actually went really, really well. Last year was I started going really hard with it, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to that event. I'm gonna go to that event. I'm gonna go to that event and that event. And they all got canceled. They all got canceled. I'm like, in a way, I'm like, thank God they got canceled, because I would have probably spent cigars. My house would have been called Cigar Heaven, but that's all I would have had. I would have probably had no bed, no TV, no nothing. I would have had to trade everything to keep my cigar habit up.
Yeah, last year for me, between IPPPR and smoking in the Carolinas, my humidors were on the overflow. Like I had both my humidors were full. That's about 300 cigars together, and then I had bags of cigars on the side. And I used to go in there. I'm like, oh, I used to do my little dance. Like when you're and you're expecting that cheesecake, and you get a little happy.
Yes.
That's what it was when I go into my humidor, and now. Because we're home, I'm finding myself smoking even more, and I just can't keep up. My humidor is a bad sight right now.
So how many cigars do you ladies smoke a day since COVID hit?
I don't smoke every day. I'm more of a week. I mean, I usually give week numbers, so I'm somewhere between 7 to 9 a week.
I tend to do
usually when I go out or if I'm smoking somewhere, I do 2 or 3.
I smoke between 2 to 3 a day.
So Jonelle can't hear that question, right?
Yeah,
I didn't hear.
Okay, so I figured that. So I got to keep up with this in my brain. So Jonelle, what she said was, how many cigars do you smoke a week?
A day.
Oh,
or a day?
I smoke one a day every day, and on the weekend I might smoke 2 or 3 a day. If I go to an event, I might smoke 5, 6, 7 at the event.
Yep.
But in general, just 1 a day every day.
Yep. I know people that are watching or listening that don't smoke.
What are you saying?
I was saying that I know people watching this are like, oh my God, what's wrong with them?
No, hopefully everybody who's listening are smokers like us and are doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of the people that are in here are doing the same thing, and they're like, wow,
Okay,
you only smoke 3 a day? I smoke like 10. I mean, listen, sometimes I smoked till the hills. Kind of like that smoke get event. When I came back, I was trying to reevaluate my life for like the next 3 days.
That's how it was for me when I went to Vegas. I think the most I had in that one day was probably 12. So I was smoking from like 9:30 in the morning to like 5 a.m. back to back.
And it's amazing. Like you don't even realize, especially when you're at an event, you don't even realize you can down 5. You're like, oh my gosh, I just smoked 5 cigars. Up, time light up again. Because you're out, you're socializing, you're having fun, you're drinking, you're eating, and before you know it, like you said, you're smoking 10, 12 sticks.
Yeah, the events are amazing. I mean, everybody gets together, has a good time. I mean, there's always that one salty person that won. But that salty person, he gets like eliminated by so much good vibes. That like he doesn't even exist in the equation. So it's like, sorry, buddy, go be salty in that corner. By yourself. Bye, buddy. So I mean,
so Kevin, you said earlier that when you got into smoking that there weren't a lot of female smokers. I know in the DMV there's a ton of female smokers, but I noticed that when I went out to Vegas to Big Smoke one year, and the guys out there were just like in awe at the fact that first off, that women were smoking, and then second, that they were smoking full-bodied cigars. And they're like, where they're from, there aren't a lot of women that come to the lounges, or hardly any women, come to the lounges. And I think it's really regional. I think it depends on, where you are. Because I know when I went to Miami, there were a lot of female smokers. So I really think it depends on where you are. And I went to smoking in the Carolinas in, I think, 2017. And there were a lot of women out there that were smoking.
Yeah, we don't have a cigar community out here in Boston. So that's the whole reason why this New England Cigar Militia was created, because we had nothing. It was just like, hey, you got a cigar? I got a cigar. Let's just smoke. Well, what about everybody else? Like, what about where do we go to smoke? Where do we? And then I started realizing that basically, besides like 2 or 3 shops, in the cigar bar that I'm in. Shout out to them because this is one of the only places I could smoke a cigar in the state. Not in not in like a city, in the state.
Wow.
And the charges are just absolutely crazy for taxes. It's like 80%, 40%. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I was talking about it the other day, right? If you really factor it in, a pack of backwoods, the tax on a pack of backwoods is 40%. So basically, if you pay $7 for a pack of backwoods, it's pretty much like you just paid $5 in tax, and the pack of backwoods really costs $2.
That's crazy. I hear that the West Coast have a high tax percentage as well, like 36%. I'm hearing, and result of that, there are not as many lounges on the West Coast as there is in the South. So I'm glad I'm in the South.
Allison said that there's a lot more female smokers in the South than the North, which I agree. I mean, most of the time when I see a female smoker in a cigar bar, it's kind of like, I don't even know if I can call them a female smoker because they come with their boyfriend, and it's more like to make their boyfriend happy type thing. Like, I really don't want to do this right now, but like he loves it, so I'm going to do it with him.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is out here. I mean, in my lounge, I don't even have a female. Correction, I have one female smoker. Susan Freeman that comes down. Other than that, like, I don't even have any.
Here in Charlotte, we have a good amount of cigar smokers. I would say a good percentage of those women are real cigar smokers, but there's a few that aren't. There are a few that are in there because they figure that the men that are in there have money. So they're in there trying to get a man. So, no, because, I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot too much, but I've been known to go up to the women and say, "Hey, how you doing?" I introduce myself, and it's like, I see that, you're in the cigar lounge. How are you liking it? And I also see that you don't have a cigar. And then most of the time they're like, "Well, I don't know what to do." So I was like, "Come on, let's go to the humidor. Come on."
That is awesome. That is awesome. That's awesome.
Teach them how to cut it, how to, pull on it. And blow. Yep. So I try to convert women as I go along if they're open to it. Sometimes you just got to open up that door.
Yeah, I did that when I was at TG in DC. There was a girl in there, and she just looked like, why am I here? Oh, my gosh, this, that, and the other. And so, I started talking to her, and I was like, hey. And so I took her into the humidor, got her a cigar, showed her how to cut it and this, that, and the other, and everything. And she was like, this isn't that bad. But then you get the females when they come in, they're like, oh my gosh, my hair is going to smell like smoke. And I just start laughing. Those are like the funniest ones to me. And they just sit there, they sit there like something's going to jump on them. Like they keep looking around. Just so uncomfortable. And I'm just like, if he told you that you were going to a cigar lounge,
what are you expecting? Right.
Thank you. You're going to smell like smoke.
Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So, you know what? I'm going to try to leave and come back in because I want Jolene to hear me. So I'm going to exit out and come back in, and hopefully maybe Jolene can hear me. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's funny. Right. I was just texting her.
Yeah.
Okay.
The conversation.
Jolene, she's going to exit out and come back in so you can hear her.
Yeah, I don't want my friend. I don't want my friend Jolene, who shout out to Jolene for hooking up this whole thing.
Exactly.
And then she's like this. Look at the birds. She didn't know what the hell's going on,
All right. I'm gonna try this. All right, I'll be back in 1 second. Hold on.
You can hear us though, right?
Yeah. So I love it when I can hear you guys. I just can't hear her.
Okay.
So I love it when I go in a cigar lounge with my husband and people assume that I'm there with him when actually he's there with me.
Here with you.
And does he smoke?
No, you got that backwards.
He smokes, right?
He does. Yeah, he's gone from one a month to one a week to now he's smoking one a day with me. So
Okay. I think it's great to have a significant other that you can smoke with. I mean, there's different levels
Yes.
of intimacy, and to be able to sit on your porch or in a lounge chair and smoke with, your loved one, that's a cool thing.
Can
Yeah,
you
but
hear me, Jolene?
the bad thing about it, then you got to watch out rating your humidor.
She can hear me.
Back at it.
Woo! Okay,
So-
cool, awesome.
at this point, I have like my whole family smoking. My brother, my brother-in-law, my mother-in-law, my aunt, my uncle, my husband. I got like the whole family smoking now.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Well, my
Yeah.
kids hate it, especially when I smoke in the car. They get in the next day like, "Oh, Mom, it smells like cancer in here." I'm like,
Oh,
want
man.
to walk? You can walk to where you're trying to get to.
No,
Otherwise, get in and be quiet.
so this is not cigarettes. It is not the same. It is not the same.
For real.
Not at all.
Mhm.
Exactly. So, but Plume, to piggyback off of what you said, yes, I totally agree with you. I've dated people that don't smoke, and I can't. After being with someone who smokes as much as I do, the intimacy that is shared between that is it's unreal, and it's something that I just do not want to be without ever again.
Right.
So, my ex used to be like, "Oh my gosh, you smell like smoke, this, that, and the other," and I was like, "Dude, listen, I told you when we first met that this is what I do, and if you couldn't handle it, we could part ways right here, right now." And you were like, "No, I'm okay." I think he thought that I did it like every once in a while. This is like an everyday thing for me. So if you could, so needless to say, he's an ex for a reason. So, so I don't have that issue. The only issue I have now is, we, going to his house and in his humidor, and he's at my house and he's in my humidor, but we share everything, and that's another thing. So,
Yeah.
his thing is, whatever I buy, you can have, and whatever you buy, I can have, and that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
Allison chimed in. She said, "Most portray cigar lounges very poorly to women and make it sound like they never like it. I regularly have to debunk what men tell their ladies so they become comfort as I work in the industry."
Interesting.
I get it. I get it.
I would be curious to know what are they saying to their women. That
Probably, oh, you wouldn't like it. It's just a bunch of guys. Blah.
Okay. Yeah, they want their guy time, and they don't want their man with them.
Well, the guys got it. I can't listen. I'm a guy, so we got the bro code. You know what I mean? I can't go too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? We get to the lounge, we're like, "Yeah, she's at home. Don't tell her we're over here, guys."
Right.
I hear the married guys say, when I get home, I got to go in through the garage. My wife makes me strip. I got to leave my clothes in the garage. And I go straight upstairs and shower and this, that, and the other. And I'm just laughing like, I'm so glad I don't have those issues. It's like, when he and I, when we travel, just anywhere, we could be going to the store and both of us are in the car smoking. Anybody that wants to ride with us, we tell them, "Hey, we're going to be smoking cigars." Like, we don't change to fit anybody's narrative. We're going to be who we are. And if people don't like it, they can kick rocks. That's just my attitude. It may suck to some people, but that's just who I am.
Now, what's
it gets to a point where, like, if someone invites me somewhere, I'm like, "Can I smoke there?"
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's the first question I asked. Yep. Is there like an outside patio or something? Because I'm going to disappear eventually. Exactly.
Now, what's
If I'm
everybody?
at like a pool, I try to be polite and I'll try to distance myself from everybody.
Yeah.
But if I was already there smoking, don't you dare come sit by me.
Yes.
Complain about my smoke.
Right, Jolene.
All right, Christopher. Christopher is lucky. He says, "I'm lucky. My wife smokes with me daily." You got a good woman, Christopher.
And Allison smokes with Andrew every night, so we go in this chat. So that Abe has, shout out to Abe. If y'all ain't ever been in there, we go into the smoking chat. Usually I go in about like 11:30. And we sit back, relax, and we smoke cigars. Everybody from across the country. It's amazing. I used to play video games. I used to play like Xbox, and I'm like, I'd rather smoke cigars and chill with my peeps. Like,
I was since COVID. I actually am a part of a international women's smoking group on Facebook, and once a week we have a Zoom herf, and it's just awesome to smoke with women from like all over. They're in the UK, they're in Croatia, they're just everywhere, and I'm just like, this is awesome.
Send me that link. I would love to join you one time.
Oh, sure. It's generally on Wednesdays at 2:00 our time, which is I think 7 o'clock their time, because they're 5 hours ahead of us. So, yep. Are you on Facebook, Plume? Actually, never mind. It's Zoom. Never mind. I was asking you if you were on Facebook, but it's on Zoom. So I'll send you the Zoom link and the password to get in.
Yes, please do. I would love that.
That's awesome. Yep. Yep.
I'm buying a wig right now so I can sneak my way in. Amazon.com. Prime 2-day ship. I'm in. I have to save this, but you know what I mean? Y'all won't know this. Y'all won't know this. Oh, so we got Andrew smokes. Andrew and Allison smoke every night with us in the smoke-in chat. Jim says he's from Ireland. Jim is from Ireland.
Awesome.
Yeah, I smoke about 20 a week. The wife doesn't smoke, but she doesn't mind me smoking at all. Even buys me gifts of cigars. Great wife.
Good woman. Definitely, Jim. Definitely. I was at there was a lounge in DC. What was the name of it? I think it was JR Cigars. I think that was the name of it. Not JR. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, this woman comes in, and for her husband's, she wasn't a cigar smoker, but it was a new lounge, and she came in and she bought her husband a box there. And she ended up buying him a box of cigars. And I was like, wow. Like, she was like, well, this, he loves smoking. And, I got him a locker. That's his gift. And then she bought him a box. And I'm like, you are a really good woman. Because I don't know any wife who actually comes in and gets their man a locker. That was his birthday gift.
Very nice.
I thought that was really, really sweet.
Allison said I would get kicked out. I'm gonna have to. She said, "No, commish. Those ladies will be kicking you to the curb." I'm just gonna walk in. I'm gonna come in like this. I'm gonna come in with the wig on and be like, "Hey,
your name would be Karina instead of Kevin, huh?
Right?
Yeah,
Kavina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm of Russian descent. Kavina.
They'll be like, man, that chick is ugly. Like, that
I still have like something Boston on, so I just try to like shade it.
Awesome.
Oh, it's easier to get to that though, right? It's online. They won't even know. I'll just leave my pitch. What I'll do is I'll come in and I won't show myself in the Zoom chat, right? So,
you have a picture of a woman.
Yeah. I just be like, hey, what's everybody smoking?
Ladies, do you guys use Ladies, do you guys use stick picks when you smoke?
Say that again?
rarely.
Do you use stick picks when you smoke?
I'm not dainty like that. I'm not, and no shade to anybody that does it, but I usually just use my fingers up until the point where I can't do anymore, and then I carry a pocket knife, and I'll use my pocket knife.
That's a whole lot of gang shit right there.
Yeah.
She said, if you act up, I'll pay that off.
Yeah.
I got tired of burning myself, so I find with these, I use it when I get down to the point where like I'm starting to burn myself. So I use it so I can basically get down to the nub. But I see some women, as soon as they light up, they use it. And my only purpose is I use it like people use roach clips for weed. So because I want to get, pretty much all the way down. That's the only reason that I use it, because I have burned my lips countless times. And I burnt my fingers, and I'm like, man, bump this. And when I found these, I was like, oh, this is awesome. So that's the only reason that I use it.
And some of them, I mean, there's a lot of people that I know that make them, and they get so creative with them. Some of them are really, really pretty, and they even make them for the men. If you're in a fraternity or something like that, they got the little Omega Sci-Fi on them. And
I like
you too much, but there are a few.
I got my boyfriend one. He's a Sigma. And I had one of my girlfriends make him one. He was like, "Oh, babe, this is awesome." He doesn't use it. It's just, it's a part of his collection. But he just, the thought of it, they love their anything with their Greek on it. They love it. So
awesome.
So what do you call it? Stick? Would you call it?
Stick picks.
I like that better because some people call it prop, or some people call it like
a poker.
Poker.
Right. I call them stick picks.
Okay.
That's the fire name. Stickpicks.com with Cigar Baker. I can see it now. It's
So
click on the link. Get a discount on cigars and baking. Is that the idea?
Well,
of your name?
that's those are my two passions. So I love to bake and I love smoking cigars. So I was like, you know what? I'm a cigar baker, that's me. I love baking. I love being in the kitchen. It's very therapeutic for me. So that's how I came up with the name. My two passions. I was going to ask you how you came up with Elegant Plume, because everybody loves Plume on their cigars.
Right. And a lot of people they call me Elegant Plum, and I'm like, do you not see
the E on the end?
I'm gonna need you to the E is there.
Elegant Plum.
But
wow,
a lot of different definitions. It's plume as in like the feather, plume in regards to the cigars, and then plume is also a billow of smoke. And so I consider myself a classy woman.
Awesome.
Thank you. So it was just a combination. This me smoking elegantly, in a classic way. So that's
awesome.
Yeah.
And while we're at that, Jonelle, what was your reason for your name?
Cigarella is because I smoke with a couple of guys on Wednesday nights. At least I did before COVID hit. And one of them nicknamed me Cigarella. And I'm like, I like that.
I like that. Yeah.
So I changed my Instagram name. I think I was just like Jolene, because I'm not original at all. I'm like, that's my name. So I changed it to Cigarella Jolene.
Yeah.
Got you. That's awesome.
Yeah, I have some people out here that call me Smokeahonis. That's another.
That's cute. That's cute. I like that.
Yeah. And then on Cigar Dojo, Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo, that's cute. I love that.
Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls.
Jojo.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. The stick pick means nubbing too. We smoke it to the nub.
Exactly. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Allison. That's awesome. Yep. So, do you ladies? I know my boo. When he gets up in the morning, he needs his morning stick. Are you ladies morning smokers?
It depends on my day. I work from home. I have been for the last 6 years, way before COVID. So my day is kind of flexible. I'm a recruiter. My background is in HR, so I
cool.
Home. So in between interviews, if I have a little opening, I'll go and sit on my patio and have a cigar, or I'll even go to the lounge and do my work from there. So
a lot of people do that here.
Yeah. I wish I could do my job from the lounge. That'd be phenomenal.
Right? So yeah,
at 8 a.m.
8 8 a.m.?
I'm an 8 a.m. I'm an 8 to 5 person and 8 to 5 employee. So my cigars are always in the evening, and they're my way to unwind at the end of the day. I drink something neat in a glass with a cigar and just kind of unwind.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I get it. I know some people like to have their like to have their cigar with their morning coffee.
That's me.
Yeah.
But my morning is on noontime. I'm vampire-esque. I don't see the morning. I don't even know why the morning was created. If you wake me up in the morning, you will get a really angry person. And you could call me. You could call me all you want. You could call me 250 times. Believe it, I am not hearing it on my phone. I've already learned how to tone that sound out, even if it's going in my ear. I'm like, crazy.
No, I smoke all hours of the night. I mean, there's been times that I will leave my house, come right here in my car, and I'll put a movie on and get myself a nice little beverage, and it'll be 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I've had some of my male friends like, what are you doing outside? I want you in the house. I'm like, I'm in my driveway. So,
Yep, I've been outside at 3 o'clock in the morning on the deck smoking. Like, if I'm in a rhythm and I'm not tired, that's just what I do.
Yeah.
Does anybody
Hello, whoever just joined.
Yeah, that
anybody
was
got any questions? Hey, Power Ranger. Yeah, anybody got any questions for us?
Exactly. Oh, she's going in on number 2. She's the first one to number 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Getting there.
Oh, the Dogma. Yes, that's a really good stick.
It's a dojo collaborative. I like the dojo collabs. They always do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking a cigar.
A cigar.
A cigar.
Yeah, that's how Jesse says it like that. Jesse from Jewish. I used to be from Jewish State. Jesse Flora. He always goes, cigars. What are cigars? Anyone been to Red Booth in Atlanta?
No,
I have not.
Nope.
No, have not been. I've been to many others in Atlanta. Atlanta is a great place to go for cigar lounges. I think the last thing I heard, they have about 70 there, and they're continuing to pop up.
How many?
At least 70.
Woo!
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah. But, I mean,
that is a lot.
They all have different feels. So shout out to my friend yesterday. He owns the Cigar Lounge, Life and Times, in Lithonia. And that place is very chill. I love it there. And they're known for also their coffee as well. And they make all different kind of coffee, Cuban coffee, the lattes, the regular coffee. Yeah, it's in Lithonia, Life and Time Cigar Lounge.
Oh yeah, I went there about 2 years ago. Cigar Mike was having something there. And it was just, that was the first lounge I went to, and I was like, yo, this feels like somebody's living room.
Yeah.
That beautiful chandelier when you walk in, it was very, very comfortable. I'm not a coffee drinker, but Allison wants to know what the live chat is on Wednesday. What I'll do is
I'll give you her info after.
Okay. Oh, Allison, he'll give me your info, and then what I'll do is I'll send you the Zoom invite.
I don't know what Power Ranger Clark is asking. This is kind of, I don't know.
Actually, this is so funny, and I don't know if it's the same person or not, but I've actually had somebody ask me this over and over again on Instagram. He wanted me to do a video showing me how to light my cigar. Jolene, you've gotten that too? What's up with
all the time? Can you a really big lighter that won't work?
Yeah, or a big ring gauge. I want you to smoke a 7x70, and I want you to have a lighter that won't. Why do you want me to smoke a cigar that I can't light it? Like, I don't understand. It makes no sense to me.
I think it's
I
so
don't
that they
know.
can then promote their lighter or whatever. Like they're gonna use it to promote their lighter, like
That could be it.
free modeling or what, I don't even know.
That was just that
It's
was
like
probably
demoting their lighter if it won't light. If promote, demote.
Yeah, I've gotten some weird stuff on Facebook. I've had to block quite a few people. I had some guy who was going to pay me to fly out to California so he could watch me smoke.
that's a new one.
Yeah. Yeah. He was
I
like,
had
I'll send you money for the ticket and this, that, and the other. I just want to watch you smoke in the lounge. Dude, you're creepy. Block.
You should have just told him on Zoom chat you'll do it.
No, this was pre-COVID. This was years ago. I'm like, you're just weird.
What's the weirdest question y'all got?
Well, I had a scary
one that said,
Go ahead, Julie.
oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I had one that said, that's a really nice dress. I'd like to try it on.
What?
Like, that's super creepy. Yeah.
I don't even think I'm allowed to say the stuff that I've gotten before. We're gonna keep this a family program.
I had one guy who was DMing me, and he was the conversation was about cigars at one point, and then it went a sharp left. He apparently researched me, and he sent me a picture of my house in the chat. Oh yeah.
What?
Needless to say, the next week I went to go and do my concealed to carry class.
Oh my gosh, stalker much?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was very scary. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The next message you would have got was from me saying, "Leave my girl alone."
I will find you and
right. Or no, have a picture of a gun, send that to him, be like, you can come in here if you want to. Wow.
Oh my God.
That is too much.
That really shook me for sure. Yeah.
That is definitely a lot. Yeah, Maryland, it's not easy to get your concealed carry permit here. You have to either be law enforcement, military, or retired. You have to have a business where you carry a lot of cash. It's not easy to get your concealed carry here. Other states, easy peasy, but not Maryland.
Yeah, in Florida, you practically get it with your birth certificate and your social
Pretty much. I think Florida and Texas is that way, right?
Now, Jolene's gonna get the message. Can you send me a picture of you with a gun and a cigar?
You and a gun.
Well, I have a question for you. What do you guys feel about other ladies that are smoking that kind of lead off with their bodies? Like using the cigar, like they're giving a blowjob, or they put the cigars in their breath.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, no judgment, you do you, but I feel like for those of us that are really serious about this lifestyle, not a hobby, I think it kind of takes away from those of us that are serious, that don't have to, because for me it's about this. It's not about my body and this, that, and the other. Because I was one of those guilty. It was like in all of my pictures I had my cleavage showing. And then I had a friend who was like, Nikki, so he kind of schooled me on it. And then after that, my pictures don't, they aren't about that. So it's just, I mean, I get it, every once in a while it's fine. But I mean, I've seen some women, I saw one the other day where you didn't even see her face. All you saw was her cleavage, and then she had like the cigar here and stuff. And I'm just like, I think some women may do it for the likes, for the followers. But I mean, if you are a true cigar smoker, you don't need, in my opinion, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I find that it makes it tougher for those real cigar smokers, especially in the lounge environment, because sometimes the men get a little confused as to who is who, right? So they're more prone, especially when they get that liquid courage in them, they're more prone to come and say some wayward, crazy stuff. thinking that you're similar to the women they just saw on Instagram the night before.
Right.
So it
Right.
gets a little challenging.
Yeah.
So
If I go
similar answer.
and I go and I say, hey, how you doing? And I'll go give them a hug, and they, have that kung fu grip on me, and they're in my ear and stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm here to smoke like everyone else. I need you to not moan and groan in my ear. Like,
Right. All that stops when you have a man with you. That just, it goes out the window. And I love it. I don't have that issue anymore. So, but yeah, it's
So
just. Go ahead, Jolene.
If the girl is a legitimate cigar smoker and she happens to look really good, post a picture with your cigar in a bikini or whatever. But I have issue with the ones that don't really smoke and they're really promoting themselves. And they're like, let me find a new group of followers by tagging a cigar in the picture.
I hate this one. This is the one I hate the most. Hey, how you doing? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you didn't even smoke a cigar. Like, what's going on here?
This whole thing.
Right.
Or this. It's like, what are you doing? You don't know how to light it. You've
Right.
got a podcast. Are you kidding me?
Right. I'm with you. Allison said she lets her knowledge of the cigar speak for her. And that's one thing that I have found. Allison, I totally agree with you. I've been in lounges, and these are the people that get me the most. When guys are talking loud, this, that, and the other, and know nothing about cigars. It's like, if I ask them, anything about their cigar, the most they can tell me is what they're smoking. Okay, but tell me about the cigar. Like, why did you pick that one? Why are you smoking that one? What's the wrapper, the binder, the filler? Where is it made? What kind of tobacco is it? And they look at me like, huh? And I'm just like, I'm smoking a blah blah blah. It's a Ecuadorian wrapper with like a Nicaraguan filler, this, that, and the other. Like, and then they look at me like, oh. So I've had one guy said, "Oh, you're a cigar smoker."
Yes. I've got
I'm like, I'm not doing this just for looks or kicks. Like, this is what, I actually like smoking cigars. So, Allison, I totally agree with you on that point. And I think that kind of weeds out those kind of people, that it's like, oh, well, she knows what she's talking about. And I when I first started smoking, I loved to smoke with older people, because I learned so much, about cigars, about their experiences and things of that nature. So I just like to surround myself with people who have knowledge of the leaf. I learn a lot. I listen a lot. And those are the type of people that I like to smoke with.
Do y'all ever like look at somebody, a guy, and go, well, wow, he knows about smoking by what cigar they're smoking, like stuff like that?
I'm a people watcher, and I'm kind of crazy. Like, I'll look at a guy. Let me get a stick. And this is what kills me with guys when they get a cigar and they smoke it like this.
Yes.
Like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I don't say anything. I'm just tickled by that. And I just, so guys, yes, ladies do watch you in the lounges. And I'm ear hustling, and I'm just like, these guys don't know anything about cigars at all. And it tickles me it tickles my soul sometimes.
My favorite is when they walk in, the first question they ask is, do you guys have any Cubans?
Right.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to the backup humidor.
First of all, they can't sell. It's like, okay, first off, you're not a real cigar smoker, because otherwise you would know that they can't sell Cubans in U.S. Lounges. So you might be able to find one in Miami, but but not up here.
Yeah.
Or the ones that say, I only smoke Cubans. Good for you.
Oh, yeah. I know a few of those.
Good for you. And then my next question is why?
Right.
Have any of you ladies been to a cigar factory?
Funny you asked that, Allison. The answer for me is no. But right before COVID hit, I was in the works and working with Eric Espinosa. A factory tour together. For those that don't know, La Zona is right down the way from A.J. Fernandez's factory, so I was going to do for one,
Awesome.
and set something up for that. So right now we're talking about it to be in the early next year, depending on how COVID is. But yeah, that's definitely something I want to do. I've heard from other women who went to Perdomos. I heard that was awesome. So I feel like that's the next step that I need to do and kind of broaden my knowledge. I want to see, what happens from seed to the end of the bars.
Yeah. The answer for me is no. I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to Cuba too. Just, because that's kind of where everything got started. And I want to go for the history of cigars, for Cuba. But yeah, Cigar Factory is definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Same. I had Nicaragua on my radar for this year, and with COVID, it of course got canceled.
Right. COVID just, screwed everything up.
And some of those countries are really getting hit hard.
Yeah.
With the virus.
Right. Yep. Definitely. Definitely.
Freaking not be able to go. Allison said cigar factories will change your life.
I bet it will. I wanted to change my life.
Now I'm curious as to which one you've been to. Allison, tell us which one you have gone to.
Yes.
And Jim said he's lucky to be able to buy and smoke Cubans where he is in Ireland.
Yep. And that's the ladies that I smoke with on Wednesday. Most of them are in the UK, and that's pretty much all that they have in the UK are Cuban cigars. One of the ladies, Karen, she is in the fashion industry and she travels a lot. So whenever she comes to the States, she racks up on sticks that she can't get over there, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
I actually went to Cuba in last August.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing, but I don't like the cigars. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I tried. Thank God I had an 8-pack of Padrones. Legit, like I was smoking these Padrones like they were like I was going to Heaven's Gate after. So like I'm smoking the Padrone, right? I smoke half of it, and then I put it down like in a nice spot, and I come back and smoke it again. And then like I'd like smoke like a Monte Cristo or something, and like the Monte Cristos had draw issues on them when I was trying to smoke them. I got all amped up, and I'm like, let me try Cohiba Maduro. I'm like, I'm the man. I'm about to smoke Cohiba Maduro, right? So I'm in the cigar bar, and I light it up, and I'm like, ugh. Oh my God, where's my Padrone at? I need my Padrone now.
Ladies, have you? You did?
When I went to Italy, and this is before they semi-lifted the embargo, where you could bring cigars back in with you. So it's going back a little ways. And I brought like my own bands and my own glue stick, thinking that I would go to Italy and I'd buy some Cuban cigars and I'd rebrand them and bring them back with me. And the only Cubans I could find in Italy were Romeo and Julietas that I found in the Vatican. So I bought a couple of them and I smoked one. And I'm like, the cigars I brought with me to use the bands on taste way better than this does. So I smoked the one, and the other two I gave to our bus driver as a tip. I didn't even want to smoke them.
It's a totally different cigar experience here in the States. I mean, like y'all said, Eric Espinosa cigars, like they're like smoking rocket fuel compared to smoking a Cuban. You know, I smoked the Warhead last night, and I was like, "Wow, this is a great cigar." And if I smoke a Cuban, I'm like, wow, how do I get out of this cigar right now?
Yeah, 601. That's one of my favorites. The Murcielago. I mean, Eric just makes great cigars.
Yes.
I'm not
The
just saying
bat.
he's my friend. He really makes good cigars.
The 601 blue.
Allison said she went for her honeymoon to Hoya de Nicaragua in Estate Group.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, what a honeymoon. Oh my goodness. Have you ladies ever rolled your own cigar?
Yeah.
Very poorly at at the Florida Sun-Grown Tobacco Fields in Claremont, where they make the
okay.
Mm-hmm. I got to do a tour there and got to roll my own like farm roll, and yeah, it smoked, but you know I shouldn't quit my day job.
Was it a yard guy? Was it a yard guy that you smoked?
It was like all like curved and bent. And
oh, yeah.
Was it like this?
That's on my bucket list too. I definitely want to roll my own cigar. There's a lounge in Silver Spring called Cortez, and they every cigar in there is his own brand, and he actually rolls. He has his little station set up, and he'll do live rollings. And I just think I love to watch him work. It is absolutely it's awesome. Just like at Cuban Crafters down in Miami. I love I like to go in there and just watch them roll. I'm just like because they're just they can do it with their eyes closed. They're just doing it, pop, 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 done, pop, 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 done, and I'm just like, man, I want to get on that level.
Have you smoked their house blends?
Yes. Oh my gosh, their house blends are unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. And I had the guy, he made a special one for me called the pigtail. Put me on my ass. There is no other way to sugarcoat that. I was like, what in the hell is this? I think I had a double Lajero in it. And my head started spinning. I was like, woo! So yeah.
A segue into my question for you guys. So if you guys had to make your own cigar, what would the blend be? What was the wrapper, blend, and filler?
Well, for me, I love San Andreas, so it'd be a San Andreas wrapper with Nicaraguan filler and probably a Brazilian binder.
Okay. Jolene, what about you?
I really love Nicaraguan tobacco, so it would definitely be Nicaraguan filler. I'd probably do the same with a binder, and my wrapper, I really like Habano, so I would do a Habano wrapper.
Nice. I am prone to Ecuadorian and San Andreas wrappers. I would probably do San Andreas wrapper, probably Ecuadorian binder, and Nicaraguan filler.
Hot damn. So we got the same wrapper and the same filler. We are on a roll, girls.
Do you guys like Cameroon or no?
I do. AJ Fernandez's New World Cameroon.
That's a good one.
Love that.
I tried the LFD Cameroon. Wasn't really a fan of that, but I do like the one that you just said, Plume.
Yeah.
So do you guys like the Candela Wrappers at all?
I've had it once years ago. I don't know. It's a little too sweet for me. So no, not really.
I like the Baca. I like the Baca from Romacraft.
Oh yeah, now that's a good one. I don't think I've had a bad Romacraft cigar.
Right, I was going to say that. Yeah, they make good cigars. For sure.
Yes, they really do. They really do. Well, ladies, I'm gonna have to jump off because I need to hit the. I mean, I can stay on. I just don't know how the internet's gonna be. Yeah. And so I'm gonna stay on as long. If I get cut off, you guys know why.
Okay.
So.
Weasel Fest.
Did you go to Weasel
for that one?
Well, it got canceled, but I got the gems.
So wait,
Or
so it got
everything
canceled for August? Oh yeah, that's right, because it was supposed to be the 25th, right,
Damn.
of this
Yeah,
month.
I'm gonna smoke that Neanderthal.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm.
I like that
Indeed.
rock.
Another-
I'm trying to tap
I
dance.
think-
Everybody's going on their second one. I'm still on my first.
Yeah, I'm not.
You gotta catch up.
Yeah, I'm not lighting up again because traffic's getting kind of heavy. So
Oh, y'all were
Yeah.
talking about Neptunes. I had these made by Cigar Prop. I forgot I even had it with me.
Mm.
So I got
okay.
my little Cigar Militia logo. Wait. There we go. Got my little Cigar Militia logo on it, right, all the way around. And it's got the metal point.
Nice.
Bow.
Bam.
Shabangi.
Oh, by
Awesome.
the way, Kev, I want to thank you for my shirt. Quentin gave it to me, Q. So thank
He
you
did
for
the-
that.
He did the right thing. I thought he was gonna fit in your size. Then I would have been concerned. Yeah, I gotta make it out to everywhere where y'all are at. I gotta make it to the pastures where Jolene's at. Smoke a cigar.
Pasture.
Pasture. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do video shoots where all y'all are at. And my video shoot with Jolene will be me on a cow with a cigar. I don't want to kill the cow. I don't want no animal, but I'll be like,
Yeah. Eat a can of Copenhagen.
do you have
Yeah.
cows?
My neighbor has one cow, I think, for their agricultural exemption. I don't have any. I
Cool.
only got 2 dogs.
You don't got a horse?
No, I
They
had
call it a
2
horse.
pigs. I had 2 pigs for a while, 2 Yorkshire pigs. But I'm pigless now. I just have the dogs.
She said I'm pigless now.
I love those pigs.
Adopthepig.com.
Yeah, they're great. Great pets.
Wow,
Yeah, I'll be glad when COVID's gone and we can start traveling again, because I want to come to the Carolinas so I can smoke with Plume. Definitely coming down to Florida so I can smoke with Jolene again. I met Jolene 2 years ago at Miami Megahertz, and her and her aunt, who were those two were like phenomenal. Like, we just got, as soon as we met, we were at Prime, and Joanne was just awesome. Jolene was awesome. And I was like, you ladies rock. So it was just really, really fun to smoke with. Actually, we met on the boat, and then we carried the party over to Prime. But you guys were just so welcoming and so sweet and everything. And I was like, this is awesome. So
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's
definitely
fun. I
love meeting new people.
Yeah, if that smoking event happens, we gotta all meet up down there at that smoking event and just take over.
Yeah, I missed it last year because my dad got sick. So I had my ticket and everything, and it was just heartbroken that I couldn't go. So hopefully when COVID is over, they'll have another one and we can get together and party, because that was just it was hot, but it was fun. It was so much fun. Oh my goodness. Smoked till I couldn't smoke anymore.
That's how it was. Oh my god. I didn't want to think about the days after. The days of was great. The days
Right.
after was like, I'm never smoking a cigar again.
Until the day after that, and then you light up.
So the day after
You're
that, I'm like,
let me see
well,
what cigars did I get?
Right, exactly.
that's the one thing about Florida that I always go and I try to give everybody cigars, like, if I can. The first time I went to Florida, I gave like 60 cigars out.
Wow.
And
That's
when I
awesome.
came back, I had 85
Wow.
That's how it
because
goes.
everybody gave me cigars.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That was one of the questions I was going to ask. Like, when you ladies go to the lounge, do you give out cigars?
I usually
No.
reciprocate, so I'll trade. It's almost like when you were kids and you had baseball cards or you had like the pog things and you would trade. It's kind of the
Yes.
same cigar. So even if it's a cigar rep that's there and they give me a cigar, I give them a cigar back.
That's cool.
Just to
Yep.
trade.
Yep.
No. You beat me out here. Here's a cigar.
I gave
Yeah.
I gave about 15 cigars to Cigar for Warriors a couple of weeks ago.
That's awesome.
Usually, if I give it to other smokers, it's usually my inner circle. They know that I'm coming from an event, and they always like, "What you got for me? What you got?" I don't like to walk through a lounge and just randomly pass it out. And maybe I should do, the exchange with the door. But yeah, I love my cigars. I try to kind of keep it to myself.
I do it if like I meet somebody and we're having like really good conversation. Oh, and I do it expecting nothing in return. I'm like, hey, had great conversation. Have you had this one? And like, no. I'm like, well, go ahead and try it. I just that's one of the things that I love about the culture, and that's how people actually expand their palate too.
And I was just gonna say that.
So
yeah, I think sometimes people get lost into. I know a lot of guys out here are Liga fans, and they will refuse to smoke anything other than a freaking Liga. And I'm like, you need to try something else. Expand your palate a little bit. There's so many cigars out there. Why would you lock yourself into Ligas?
That's the one thing I'll say is absolute nonsense, because in the community that we're in, and it's funny because we had a conversation the other night, Allison and her husband Andrew, and I was saying, what do y'all think about the cigar community 15 years ago? Like, was there good cigars 15 years ago? And she was like, yeah, but like 20 years ago, they were just like okay cigars. There was some good cigars. But now, like in the last 5 years, like this phenomenal cigars. Like you're talking about every single day for 365 days, you could smoke a good cigar. And like you're just gonna like smoke a Liga over and over again. And I used to be like that with Padron. I used to be like, no, just give me a Padron. Like, no, I'm just gonna smoke a Padron. And then I was realizing like not only was I spending a lot of money, but I wasn't getting the full experience of smoking.
Yeah.
Because there's so much other stuff out there that is just great that you can enjoy.
I like to when I go to lounges, first question I ask is, do you have a house blend? Because there are some lounges that have some true gems that are house blends, and then there's some that aren't all that great. But I find that or like Jolene, I'm looking for a boutique because I'm finding that that's how I expand my palate by trying things that I've never tried before. And with anything, it's a gamble. You may get one that's like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, and then Jolene may try and think, oh my gosh, this is great. And that's the thing that I absolutely love about cigar smoking is that everybody's palate is different. Just
Right.
because I like it or hate it doesn't mean that, you're not going to like it or hate it. So I never knock anybody's palate.
Yeah, there's a lounge, Cigars 210. They have a house blend called Dilligath. And I don't know if they're still making it or not, but that is a house blend that I really, really enjoy. Yeah.
Untitled Chapter in Miami, who rolls cigars for a whole bunch of people. They roll for Drew Estate and they roll for Crux. They have a short filler blend that you can pick up for $1 a stick.
Oh,
you
wow.
can get 25 for $25. And it's the same tobacco that they use in all their name brand cigars. It's just the leftovers, the scraps.
Wow.
And it is a phenomenal house blend. It is so good and so affordable.
Do they have it in various vitolas or just in one?
Just in one. And so they come in a bundle of 25 and the same roller rolls the whole bundle and they sign their name to it. And so, each bundle is not going to be exactly the same if you reorder, but they're all good.
Okay.
Man, for $25, it's a good yard guard. It's a good yard guard.
You ride the lawnmower when you're doing that?
I do actually. It takes me about 3 hours to mow my yard, and that's with a 0 turn. And so I do. I get 1 or 2 cigars in each time I mow the lawn.
It's gonna cost you $2, a whole $2.
$2, man. It's a deal.
Freaking
I like the Redemption at Titan Data Bronze. That cigar, oh my gosh, that cigar is everything.
And for those of you that might
shout out to Kitty.
Oh,
what are you smoking now?
Well, that's what
She's not. Oh no.
Sandy's
I recently have, I don't want to say partnered up, but have worked with Altadis.
Oh yeah.
This is a new blend that was just released. So my understanding, Onyx
yes,
has been out for a while, but AJ Fernandez just decided to go ahead and do a new blend for them.
That's a good stick you about to light up, girl. My boyfriend loves that Onyx.
So it's San Andreas wrapper, and then Nicaraguan binder and filler, and it's so good. It's listed as a full, but I really say it's more like a medium plus maybe. But the flavor is just fantastic throughout the entire stick.
Anything that AJ Fernandez touches, I mean,
he's
doing
gold.
so many blends and so many collaborations right now, and they're all so good.
Right. Yep.
Baker froze up on us. She's got a good look though. She's got a good look.
Did I freeze up?
Nah, y'all are good. Y'all are chilling.
Well, she's
I love this though. This is one thing that I really wanted to do is I wanted to get the females in the community together, and I want to continue. She's back. I wanted to get the females in the community together, and I want to do this once every few months. You know, get a bunch of y'all together, and maybe one day we got like 10 of y'all in here. You know.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
That would be fun.
And then we can do it live somewhere.
Oh yeah. Listen, don't tempt me. I like to hop on the plane by accident.
We'll take this show on the road.
Right, we can do it. Well, it'll have to be after COVID.
Right. For real. Unfortunately, I can't believe that's what's stopping everything. She's wait. We're here. We're part of the photo shoot. How many pictures? Wait, here's a question for you ladies, because I'll tell you straight up. How many pictures do y'all take before a picture actually makes it to Instagram?
The money shot. That's what I call it. I call it the money shot. It you know what? Okay, so for me, it depends on where I am. If I'm outside and the wind is blowing, it'll take forever. But if I'm in the garage or I'm indoors, not too many. Yeah, because I've been doing this for so long. It's like, you know, I know, because I like to get the pics where it's a nice plume of smoke coming out. So it depends on the environment for me.
If I can't get a good picture out of 10, I just say fuck it at that point. And that's when you just see the picture of the cigar. So when I see a picture of just the cigar, let's work it out.
Yeah, I mean, when you know your angles, it don't take that much. But
right,
I'm usually a little hypercritical of myself, so I use quite a few.
Yep.
I'm gonna start commenting on all your pictures, and I'm gonna just keep the number. I'm like 3 times.
I've had women ask me, "How do you get it with all this smoke? I can't do that." And so I tell them, it really depends on the cigar that you're smoking, because I've had some cigars where the smoke isn't that heavy. So those, I'm like Jolene, it'll just be like the cigar. But if I get a cigar where it's, you know, the smoke and the plume is just awesome and white and thick, oh, it's photo time.
And some of that, like right now, it's really windy out here right now. I'm not going to get a good smoky picture. It's too windy. Right.
That's why I said
one thing I noticed about all y'all, because, you know what I mean, I'm hypercritical about all that. And I'm kind of funny, too, is y'all don't use that Photoshop stuff, right?
Nope. No filter. I mean, I may do a filter, but
right? It makes a little bit difference, but
I don't do the, contouring and shaping
Oh,
and stuff gets that away.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm too old. No,
Okay, ladies, I gotta take a call. Hold on.
Hold on. Hilarious. I'll pull her out so she can do her thing. Yeah. Me, I'm funny. Listen, as long as I see a pretty lady smoking a cigar and it's not like seductive, sexual to the core, I'm good with it. But when somebody posts in my group and it's like really, really like sexy, like on purpose, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Who's getting banned from the group today?
Right. And I wish women would just recognize that they're sexy all by themselves. The cigar is an accessory. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to go above and beyond to try to emphasize your sexiness when your appeal. Just be you. So, yeah.
And for me, it depends on the platform also. Like when I'm on the dojo, I hardly ever even post pictures of myself because that community is so cigar focused that I just tend to focus just on the cigar as opposed to Instagram where I put pictures of myself,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. As long as I don't see what I call like a girl that, has like 7 pounds of what I call war paint on. I call it war paint. I'm like, oh, she's ready for a powwow.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, boo-boo, just be you. Just be you. I'm telling you, I literally go through it. I'm like, she 29 minutes of makeup here. Keep going. I'm like, you're smoking a cigar, you're chilling, like you're vibing, just chill.
Yeah, the only time I put makeup on is if I'm hosting an event. Then
pick it up. I mean, it's got to be. It's the highlight picture.
Yeah, I never learned how to put that stuff on. So
I can't do it. I was at Miami Mega Herf, the event that Nikki was talking about, and I went ahead and had my makeup professionally done for that event. And they put the fake lashes on me. I've never worn fake lashes in my life. If you could see me, I'm barefoot right now. And so I'm sitting there at this event, and I'm just seeing my own eyelashes, and my eyes feel heavy. And I'm just like, fuck it. So right there at the table with everybody, I just rip them off. Laid them on the table. I'm like, I can't. I tried to be a girl. I just can't do it.
Like, I know I'm a girl, but this is a little extra girl right now. Yeah, I get furious when somebody like posts stuff like nice rack or wow, your boobies look great. I get furious because I got sisters. Oh, I get furious. Like, I'm like, okay, Kev, don't say nothing to them at all. Just delete them and that's it. Because I get mad. I get. Oh, listen. If my sisters ever showed me somebody writing that crazy stuff that they be writing to girls, because I know, because girls tell me all the time.
Yeah.
I just like, dude, why would you say that? Like, if you want to hook up with a girl, right? Okay, so even if she has a boyfriend, right? And you think you got a shot, right? Say, hey, how you doing today? Don't say, hey, you have some nice boobies. What's up? Can I see you?
Yeah.
Like,
You don't really love my comments. It gets crazy. These guys don't care.
They're ruthless.
My brother is a cigar smoker, and he's on Instagram. So every post I make, I'm like, would my brother approve of this post? I'm like, that's too much. Jimmy wouldn't like it. I can't do it.
Yeah, my sisters know better. I don't even need to tell them. And my sisters know better. Don't do it, kid. Don't do it. Big brother will not be happy.
Yeah.
So.
I got to move to a new location. It's starting to rain.
Oh no!
Here we go. We're on the
move. You got to move to a new location in the pasture.
Yes. We're off to the she shed.
I was getting ready to say, are we going to the she shed now?
Going to the she shed.
I'm jealous.
Her she shed is everything. She posted pics on Instagram, and I was so jealous. I said, I need one of those in my life. Oh my gosh, it looks so comfortable.
Got a chandelier.
Yes.
Ventilation.
She said, "My house don't look that good, but my she shed's all that matters."
Pretty much. Because
Yep.
I can keep the she shed clean because the children are not allowed in the she shed.
There you go.
Ta-da.
Totally get it.
So you get into a fight with your husband, you're like,
I'll be in the shed.
Done. Don't come in there. The door's locked. It says, well, they get the sign in the bathroom. What's it say? Vacant, not vacant. Not vacant.
I just tell them, you know where I'll be.
Yep. It's awesome. Every woman that smokes needs to have their own she shed or their own smoke room. That's like mandatory.
I'm getting there soon.
I need that like 20 by 20 with the 75-inch. I Bruins hockey games. That's all I need. I don't even care if the chair is makeshift, as long as I got the shed.
Yeah, I want one with Go ahead, Jolene.
I was just gonna say I have the old school Nintendo in mine, the TV, and then I got the old school Nintendo with the Super Mario and the Mike Tyson's Punch Out and all that stuff.
Oh wow, that is so much. Bringing back memories. Good grief.
That's awesome.
I want mine to have a bar in it, like an actual bar.
Yeah, then that's when I run into problems. That's
yeah, but you're in your shed. You're in your shed, so you don't really have problems. You just crawl into the house.
I'll fall out the shed, lay on the floor right there.
There you go.
Yep.
Exactly.
I can text my husband, like, can you bring me a snack? You know.
That's awesome. That's why I like, smoking at home. When I, started smoking at the house, I was like, yo, this is awesome. I don't have to buy sticks. I can drink what I want. I can eat what I want. I can stay as late as I want. Like, there was just so many advantages, to being at home versus, being out. So I love it. But like Plume said, when you start missing people, then it's, let me see who I can smoke with.
Right. I mean, we were talking about this earlier about, how many good people that we meet in the cigar world. And, sometimes you just kind of miss being around them, the conversations that you have in the lounge and the business networking that, being in a cigar lounge affords. So, yeah, every now and then I just want to be around my people.
Shit, Plume came back with us and chilled with us, her and Dustin. Just met her that day.
Yeah, Dustin's my guy.
And then Quentin, I just met that day in person, and I was like, Quentin was like, "Yo, I got nowhere to go tomorrow. I didn't get a hotel yet." I'm like, "You're coming with us to Miami." Like, sorry, bro.
So Dan said these ladies are awesome. Dan, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, we are we are ladies of the leaf who actually love it. I keep telling people that this is a lifestyle. This isn't a hobby. This isn't a habit.
Right.
As much money as I spend smoking cigars, this is definitely a lifestyle. So, people have their vices, and cigars are mine. And so ladies, if you're upset about something, or if somebody pissed you off, when you smoke a cigar, does that, or let me rephrase that. Will you smoke a cigar to calm yourself down?
Yes. But I also like to work. It seems to increase my
productivity.
Yeah, I'd love to just work. If I'm working on Elegant Plume stuff, even what I do to my 9 to 5, I love having a cigar and smoking while I'm working. or after a stressful day. I'm a mom of 4, so like I said, there's been plenty of times where I get them settled in the house and I come out, I just kind of de-escalate and smoke a nice stick. So definitely.
Yep. Actually,
Like,
if
y'all
I have a
acting up.
problem,
I'm out.
right? If I have a problem, I tend to smoke because, you know, it forces you to be still for at least an hour, you know, and I use that time to think about, you know, my issue, you know, how I can change it or improve it or this, that, and the other. So I use that time to just like chill out and think, self-reflect and stuff like that. That's kind of why when I said earlier that I like quiet, that's one of the reasons why I like quiet. Just so I can decompress and just, you know, figure things out. So that's kind of what cigar smoking does for me.
Yeah.
Me too, for real.
Especially with some nice music, a nice libation to go with it. Man, I'm in the zone.
Yes.
When I'm fighting with
There you
myself,
go.
cigar.
When what?
When I'm
Say that
fighting,
again, Kev.
I smoke a cigar. I'm like, dude,
And
this
generally, who wins?
Yeah.
Who wins? Who wins? Who wins that battle?
the cigar always wins. Always wins.
Yeah, and I have found with my boyfriend, we have had some of our best conversations over a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Like some really deep, thought-provoking conversations, and I'm just like, yo, this is awesome. You know, I mean, even when we're not smoking, we talk, but for some reason, I don't know if it makes us better thinkers or what, but it's like we've had some just really in-depth stuff, for me, life-changing conversations, you know, smoking our cigars. So, like I said, I can't be with somebody who doesn't smoke. it's just I don't
Y'all
know.
have any?
That's
Y'all
just,
have
you
any
know, for me.
smoking? Y'all have any smoking pet peeves?
Any,
Because I mean, one thing I hate is, and it's so fucked up to say this, but like even when I used to smoke weed years ago, I hate smelling like it. I hate it. It drives me nuts. I don't know why. I hate smelling like smoke. I don't care if my car smells like smoke, but I hate smelling like smoke.
well, for
You know,
me, I hate when people are in the lounge and they ask to use your cutter and they want to put their cigar in their mouth first. Dude, give me my cutter back. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's just rude. It's just nasty. It's unsanitary, and you will get a side of me you do not want to see.
yeah, I try to tell people if they are new smokers to, you know, try to get your own tools.
Yep, cigar etiquette.
House tools because of that very reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And don't
I
tell
remember
me
when I first started smoking cigars, I was like, "Damn, dude, a cut is $40. Damn, dude, they friggin' this is for $20." And now I'm like, it's not really that much money. At first, I'm like, "Damn, this is a lot of money."
because you recognize it's worth. Like,
Right, exactly.
I love the V cut, the Calibri deep V cut. Oh my god, I'll spend $40 on that all day. Then those little way V cuts.
So this is a dual one. I love this one. This is yes. So this is the deep V side, and then that's the straight side.
Okay.
So I love it. I think I spent about $70 on this, and I like it because it's really heavy. It's not a lightweight one, and pink's my favorite color. And I had the fuchsia one that they had, but they stopped making it. So I was like, man, I need another pink one. So I got the rose gold.
Well, do you know that when the blade gets dull, you can send it back in and they'll give you another one?
I tried that with them, and they told me no.
Oh, well, where did they stop doing that? Because I know a lot of people that did that.
Yeah, because the reason I stopped using it was because the screw in the top had come out, but I had that thing for like, oh my gosh, years. And I think when I went on the website, I think it was a 2-year thing. So I was like, oh, this is way past 2 years.
I got my baby here, and I can't replace it because it's like the home away from home. Like out of all the places I've been to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all the places I've been to in my life, Chicago would be my home if I wasn't from Boston.
Mhm.
It was like I was at home. Once I went to Chicago, I was like, dude, like I love this freaking place. Do I have to leave? And usually, like when I go to Florida, like everybody loves Florida. When I go to Florida, I'm like, all right, a week, get me out of here. Need to go home. I'm on the plane. Like when I was in Chicago, I was like, oh my god, Chicago, Wrigley Field, the food, the place, the walking, the driving. This is Boston 2.0. Yeah. And same thing with LA. I went to LA and LA actually has some cool cigar bars. I went to LA, so I started Googling and I'm like, okay, let's go to like a 4-star, so we at least know it's something decent. And
Oh, Oscar.
yeah.
Oscar.
All right, ladies. I really got to go. I'm at my destination, so this has been awesome. We definitely have to do this again. Kevin, thank you for organizing it. Jolene, thank you for asking me to be a part of it. This was beautiful. I love smoking with.
The best part is we made new friends here,
Yeah.
Yes. I love my SOTLs. You guys be safe. I'm heading out of town. I have no idea where I'm going because my birthday is
again.
Thank you. I will be you'll see all my Virgo posts on Instagram. So I bid you all adieu. You guys have a wonderful evening and I'll be talking to you guys soon.
Okay.
You too.
Bye.
Make sure you send me some
Bye.
baking stuff. Make sure you send me some nice, some nice stuff, some baking.
I'm working on that. I'm working on shipping and this, that, and the other. It takes it takes some stuff. So when I get that set up, I'll let you guys know.
Sounds
awesome.
Good. Fun.
All right. Bye, guys.
Fat Boy always loves cake.
Bye.
Have a great one. Yeah, this is amazing. Thank you, Jolene, and thank you, Elegant Plume, which Drita. That's how I know you. You know what I mean? We know each other as regular people, not
right?
Superstars.
Smoking monikers.
But I did come up with something in my brain for Jolene. So if you do want to make bands, I could see it now, like in my head. I could see you having Cinderella's cart with you hanging out the side of the cart on the label, smoking a cigar.
There you go. There you go.
Heard it first.
I'm more of a pumpkin,
right, the pumpkin
girl. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not quite, the dolled up full gown. I'm more of the Cinderella with the mouse, running around behind
her. Yeah, this is awesome. This is what I like. I just like mellow conversations. Let everybody chime in if they want to chime in. Or just chill. I mean, I'm not gonna make a script. It's not gonna wake up and make a. I'm not. Even if I could, even if I had somebody sitting behind me writing me a script, there's not gonna be no script. It's not gonna happen. It's not me.
It makes for a very easy conversation.
Yeah. And we talked about cigars, but we talked about the community, everything that's going on, and things we like, things we don't like, and I didn't mention that Plume has her own cigar group, Cigar Cut Up.
Mm-hmm. Cigar Cut Up on Facebook, yes. So would love for anybody who's watching to come join us. And there's so many. I'm in at least 70 different cigar groups, and they all have their different purposes. But for mine in particular, I like to try to push education. So I will randomly put different facts in there. I share articles a lot. And I just want people to know the basics. So like one of the questions that I have to get into the group is to name the 3 components of cigars. And you'll be so surprised at the answers that I get. People don't know wrapper, binder, filler. And so I make a point that when I do posts that I'm always listing the wrapper, binder, filler of each cigar that I smoke. So people can kind of get accustomed to what those 3 components are and start looking for it themselves when they're smoking and researching what they're smoking. So I want people to know the basics. So we kind of push that in Cigar Cut Up.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
And Jonelle, you still have your little your entourage, right? Your little thing going there, or
We've got the Smoking Chicks, which is a YouTube page. And our goal is to go around and film parts of the cigar community and culture that people don't always get to see. If you don't live in Florida, you don't get to see the events or go to these shops and check them out. So that's the goal of our page. We have one. I need to upload it. Our most recent video was with Privada Cigar Club, where we interviewed Brian from Privada. So I'll be uploading that in the next day or two.
Very cool.
So there's a lot to see here in Florida that people don't even realize.
oh yeah, huge cigar community, huge, phenomenal.
We've got tobacco fields in Claremont, and then of course Tampa. You've got Ybor, which is the historic cigar district where J.C. Newman is, and Arturo Fuente. And then Miami. There's so much in Miami.
Yeah.
My Father Cigars. If you're ever in Miami, you can go to My Father Cigars, and they'll give you a little tour. And they still roll the Don Pepin there on site at My Father in Miami, and you can watch them roll. El Titan of Bronze, you can go and watch them roll. Perdomo.
I haven't been to any of those.
Oh, there's so much, and people don't even know. If you go to Perdomo shop, Nick Perdomo's in there almost all the time. So I've gone in and I've run into Nick Perdomo a few times.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's neat. Little Havana.
Little Havana is where I stay. Usually I don't make it out of Little Havana. It's a problem.
Yeah.
I start drinking, I start smoking, and I'm full tilt. I'm like, I'm never leaving this place in my life.
Yeah.
And then the next day comes and I have to go back to reality.
Right. But
all right,
cigars
guys,
are awesome.
I'm gonna have to head out too. My phone's gonna die.
All good. Laptop's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. We had a great time.
Well,
we will do this again.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank y'all for everything.
It was
fun. Guys.
And most of all, stay smoky.
Absolutely. Bye.
Good one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, great conversation with the Sisters of the Leaf. Shout out to all of them for coming on, joining us for this episode. Just awesome group of fellow smokers, because when it comes down to it, that's what they are. They are the fellow smokers of the Leaf, the Sisters of the Leaf. A huge community that needs to be acknowledged a lot more. That's exactly why I decided to do this. So tune in for future episodes with them. Shout out to Cigar Baker, Elegant Plume, Jolene for putting this together. Make sure you follow them Instagram, Facebook, or whatever platform that you have. Also, the two ladies who couldn't make it tonight, hopefully we can get them on the show, Lady Moxie and Cigar Passionista. Hope everything's going okay with them in their situations. They had other things that they had to deal with. So everybody have a great night. This concludes this episode of New England Cigar Militia. Take care, all.